Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We are on the last page of Chapter 1 Exponents, page 44, and we're going to do zero and negative exponents. So the first thing you have to do is read the directions. Use the laws of exponents. That means I have to show my work. And if it tells me to evaluate, I can't just put it in the calculator. I have to show the simplified version. So write your answers using positive exponents. That gives you a little hint. There's going to be some fractions involved. Then evaluate if possible. So then that's where you do a solution. So the first one, not too bad. Keep the base. This is the product rule. And the product rule says, keep the base and add the exponents. So I keep the base, I add the exponents, and I get 9 squared. That's easy to evaluate. 9 times 9 is 81. So I'm going to write that down here. 9 squared is 9 times 9, 81. Okay, just to be clear, this is simplified, that's evaluate. Those are both the answers to this problem, simplified and evaluate. Be careful. The next one, keep the base, add the exponents. This is also the product rule. So keep the base, 2/5, and add the exponents, 0 plus 3. Let's see, 0 plus 3 is 3, so the base stays the same, 2/5. And 0 plus 3 is 3. And to evaluate that, I use this base as a fraction, right? It is a fraction. Use this base as a factor 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2, and 5 times 5 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 2 over 5 times 5 times 5. Use the base 2/5 as a factor 1, 2, 3 times. So I end up with 8 over 125. Again, it has 2 answers. This is the simplified, this is evaluate. The next one. This has 2 pieces and invisible parentheses on top of that. When you have a fraction, you do the top and the bottom of the fraction first. So I'm going to do this part up here first. And that is the product rule. So I'm going to keep the base, 4, and I'm going to add the exponents, 3 plus 7, 10. Keep the base, 4, and I don't have to do anything with that, 10. Now, once you finish the product rule, you have to do the quotient rule. Product rule first, then quotient rule. Keep the base, subtract the exponents, 10 minus 10, and I get 4 to the 0th power. And now the 0 exponent rule. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So that ends up being 1. So to do this problem, first you have to do the top of the fraction, the product rule. Then you have to do the quotient rule. Then you do the 0 exponent rule. So there's kind of an order of operations going on here, which I'm just going to write straight across the bottom. So pretty much the way it always works is the product rule, then the quotient rule, product, I'm lying to you, I forgot one. It's well, this was product, quotient, 0. And it's pretty much going to apply to this one too. So I have y to the 0 power, and that's on the top of the fraction, so nothing's going to happen to that for a while. But I also have this. So do the product rule first, y to the 4th times y to the 3rd keep the base, add the exponent. So again, nothing's happening on top, y to the 0. Keep this base, add the exponents, 4 plus 3. And that's 7. So now I have y to the 0 over y to the 7th. And now I can either say, 0 minus 7, negative 7, flip it over, all that. Or I can use logic. Y to the 0 is 1. Y to the 0 is 1. And I don't have to do anything to y to the 7th because it's already a positive exponent. And I forgot to frame that guy over there. So here we go. And there's no way to evaluate that. That's just 1 over y to the 7th. Next one. Oh, the power rule. Power rule. Keep the base. Multiply the exponents. Negative 4 times 6. Negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. But now I have a negative exponent. And remember negative exponents. So power, then negative. Negative exponents, you put them over 1. So y to the negative 24th is going to be over 1. And then you flip it over to get 1 over y. And when you flip it, boof, that becomes positive. So when you flip the base, the exponent becomes positive. So positive 24. Okay, ooh, this has a lot of stuff going on here. So first, you have to do the power rule. So power first. 4, I have to multiply negative 2 times 0. Negative 2 times 0. Oh, I forgot times 7 squared. Don't lose things, Bono. But now, negative 2 times 0, 4 to the 0 power times 7 squared. So now, power, and I can't do the product rule because I have different bases. Be careful. When you have different bases, you can't do any of these rules. You have to have the same base. So when I do the power rule, now I can only do the 0 exponent. So 0 exponent, 1. So then I get, forgot, times 7 squared. And 7 squared is, what is that? 7 squared. To evaluate it, 7 squared, 7 times 7, 49. Evaluated, simplified. Tissue. Okay, the next one. Oh gosh, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. There's parentheses because it's a fraction. There's a multiplication inside of brackets. Oy. So slow down, take a breath, and do this one in pieces. So, order of operations. Parentheses first. I have to do this multiplication. Keep the base and add the exponent. So nothing happened to this 2/3 out here. I'm just going to leave that alone, 2/3. Then in the bracket, 2/3, 4 plus 0. Keep the base, add the exponent. Still have a bracket. Oh, and I forgot my division sign. Oh my goodness, that would have been terrible, huh? Let's see, 4 plus 0 is 4. So now I have 2/3 divided by 2/3 to the 4th power. Oh, now, this does not have parentheses. So I'm going to put my own. Why? Because sometimes math is hard to see and I want to make it visible. Also, there's no exponent. And when there's no exponent, the exponent is 1. So now I have the same base and I am going to do the quotient rule and subtract the exponents. So I'm going to keep the base, 2/3, 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So now I have 2/3 to the negative 3rd power. Ooh, what do you do with that? It's already a fraction, so negative exponents, boom, flip it over and make it positive. So 3 over 2, now it's positive. Let's see, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, 27 over 8. That's my final answer. This is simplified, that's evaluate. Oh, this is a little better, not a lot, a little bit better. No fractions. So keep the base, 8, do the power rule, -4 times -2. Nothing happens to 8 to the -6, and it's still over 8 squared. Okay, so now, negative times negative is positive, so 8 to the 8th power times 8 to the -6 power divided by 8 squared. Okay, keep the base, 8, and now subtract the, add the exponents, 8 plus -6. And still keep that 8 squared on the bottom. Let's see, 8 plus -6 is 2, so now I have 8 squared over 8 squared. Subtract the exponents, keep the base, 2 minus 2, 8 to the 0 power, which is 1. Simplified, evaluate. Need both. Okay, on the bottom, ooh, I like this one. This is a challenge. They all say challenge, but boy, that one is a challenge. This is going to require order of operations. Now, I know I have 10 to the third, 10 squared. I should be able to keep the base and add the exponents. But I have a big problem because there's a plus symbol between those. So I can't really do that. So I need to, first, no parentheses, exponents. I have to do all those exponents first. See, 9 squared is 81 times 10 to the third power is 1,000. That's a plus sign, be careful. 5 cubed is 125. 10 squared times 100 plus 2 to the 4th power, 2, 4, 6, 8. Nope, that's wrong. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 10 to the 0 power is 1. Now, 81 times 1,000, 81,000. Plus 125 times 100, 12,500. Plus 16, because 16 times 1 is 16. Now I just have to add that together. I could do it in my head, or I could grab a calculator. It doesn't matter. The choice is yours. But I'm going to do it in my head. Let's see. 8 plus 1 is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. 5, 1, 6. 93,516. Yeah, I added it the wrong way. But I'm going to check myself on the calculator because I want to see if I did it right. And I'm going to go back to the original equation when I put it in. I'm not putting any of this. I'm going right back up here to do 9 squared times 10 to the third power times 5 cubed. Oh no, look what it did. I made a mistake. So I'm just going to delete it right back to 10 to the third power. Now, you have to get off of the exponent before you go on. So I have to hit this little right arrow, get off the exponent. Plus 5 to the third power. Again, get off the exponent. Boop. Times 10 squared. Okay, I'm already off the exponent. Plus 2 to the 4th power. Times, I did not write times. Delete. Times 10. Up arrow. What did I just do? Down. Get where you belong there, Bono. Times. Where am I? 2 to the 4th power. Oh no, I messed up somewhere. Yeah, I definitely messed up on that. Oof. Give me a minute. I apologize. I have a little allergy today. I'm going to probably cut that part out because it was gross. Here we go. So I go back to the original equation. 9 squared times 10 to the third power. Get off the exponent, boop, plus 5 to the third power. Get off the exponent times 2, nope, go back, Bono, times 10 squared plus 2, up arrow 4, times 10, up arrow 0 power, get off that exponent, and look at that, I got the same number, 93,516. All right, last problem. I have to show all my work because I have to use the laws of exponents. I can't just, I wish I could, I can't. So the first one, you're going to multiply first. Keep the base, 4 over 9. Add the exponents, -7 plus -1. And keep division 4 over 9 to the -6 power. Okay. -7 plus -1 is -8. So you get 4/9 to the -8th power divided by 4/9 to the -6th power. So now subtraction. 4/9, -8 minus -6. Keep change. So that's going to be 4 over 9, -8 plus 6, 4 over 9 to the -2nd power equals, oh, wait a second, negative. I have to reciprocate this and flip it over. 9 over 4 squared, 9 over 4 times 9 over 4. 9 times 9 is 81. 4 times 4 is 16. Oh my goodness, look at all that work I had to show to get 81 over 16. So this is also, by the way, simplified. Evaluate. Be careful. Talk to you soon. Bye.